The worst things that you can think about happen to kids. And then the next one is the ICE team. So it's called the Integrated Child Exploitation Team. So they deal with child exploitation online and all the child pornography. Okay, so they deal with that stuff. If it's online, then they investigate that stuff. And I'll tell you right now, these people are angels, absolute angels. So your career can go anywhere you want to go. Whatever your interest does, you guys can do that. If you want to be in traffic, say you do like writing tickets, I don't. So then you can ride the motorbike and then go down and you can write tickets. But also, the traffic unit attends fatalities, right? So there's a tremendous amount of trauma on this job. And so I'm going to say, amongst all the amazing career options that are available to you, and then there's promotion and all that stuff, I have to share that there's a lot of trauma. So all the bad stuff that you see on TV, where do you think it comes from? So I'll explain it to you this way. In my 22+ years, I always say that police is just like TV, except that if you're watching something on TV, it's over in an hour or two. It's in a 2-dimensional space, and there's no vicarious trauma. So in a 3-dimensional space, let's say I went to your house, say grandpa passed away asleep. Families would be very upset, right? And that's a natural thing. That's not even a real police call. But I can feel your trauma, I can feel your sadness, I can feel your sorrow. And if you got into this job because you want to serve and help people, how can your heart not go out to it? And that's one call, okay? And it doesn't take into account smell. Smell changes everything. I'll tell you that right now. I've arrested people that I had to arrest, and perhaps they had a shower a week or two, and they probably went to the bathroom in shorts 5 days ago. It don't smell good. And I'll tell you right now, I can see anything but smell. Can't. The job is exactly what you think it is. It's just as exciting as you think it is, but understand that there's a tremendous amount of trauma on the job, and you're going to feel it all. And the way that you deal with it is that you talk about it to your friends and family, if you need to, or call me in the car, or within the community elders, all that kind of stuff. You talk about it, and then you can get it off your chest. I didn't do that. And around year 20, all the memories came back. So ultimately, I had to access our site services department. By the way, we have the best, I think, in Canada. And it took me, believe it or not, 11 months to be able to come back to work because all these things, especially within the vulnerable community and all the people that I tried to reach out to that died, it just made me very sad. And then a whole bunch of other things because we were attending lives with crazy stuff. But we have the best site services department, I think, and our service is very mental health focused. So you are not only applying for the job to serve your community because people matter, but your service is looking out for you. We have all the health benefits that you can possibly think of, and I highly recommend when you have an opportunity to go through that you take advantage of it. Talk to guys like Gideon. Guys to Michael, or assuming anybody else in this room. It is the job that you think it is, and it is awesome. And there's going to be days when you're going to be driving home, you're going to be in a car, and you're going to be like, I just pulled up in the driveway, or I just got home. Like you've been thinking about something awesome you can get for somebody in one particular day. And that will happen to you all the time. And then occasionally, like I was saying before, people will come up to you and they will say, Officer, you dealt with me 2 years ago. You could have done this, you didn't do this, and bought me lunch. Just so you know, that got me on the right track and I have a job now. I'm still dealing with my addiction, but I have a house, and I get to eat every day, right? Isn't that easy? Next slide, brother. Well, I want to talk to you guys in the Calgary advantage. So we just use this video because I do believe that CPS is different than all the other agencies because you have access to the mountains. There's great cultural opportunities within the city. All that kind of stuff, stampede. I personally think that Calgary is the best place to be a police officer in all of Canada. There are going to be places that might be a little nicer, like maybe in the lower mainland in BC, but cost of living is atrocious and the commute times are terrible. And I'm very, very particular in Calgary. Next slide, brother. Okay. sit down, I'll take all the questions. So, for all of this information, that's the website. For anybody that wants to email us, I've actually handed out some of my cards to the elders. You can email me directly, just please reference this thing here today. Or you can email CPS Recruiting up there as well. The application is on there. Everything you want is on that website. I'm a big believer in Run with a Recruiter. You don't have to come to that. But my guy Michael can probably speak to actually, maybe you can do it right now. Come on. Talk to us about Run with a Recruiter, Michael. Let's go. Here we go, brother.
When we recruit, it's very much fun and it builds your confidence in your entity. It's kind of, it helps you walk through like a whole fitness journey and then just break down what it's going to take when it comes to the physical test and aspect. It helps you a lot. I love it. And my guy, when he started, when he got it, he had to first I guess coach or to see how motivated and how anything was so. So I went to Latin to meeting, and then I've been there since. I'm loving it. I'm hoping to send my resume in person, and then I'll just pick it up from there.
Thank you very much for that. The advantage of Run with a Recruiter, we typically do it on Mondays and Thursdays. If you go on the website under applicant resources, you can click on that tab. It'll say Run with a Recruiter. You can click on that, and it'll take you to Eventbrite. It'll show all of our dates. We're actually going to be all over Calgary for the rest of the spring and summer. I think the advantages is that you get to meet other like-minded people that might be interested in this. And in speaking with other people, you can learn about some of the obstacles that they've gone through and perhaps learn from them, or you can get inspired by them. So I'll tell you right now, it's been a while since I saw you here, but Michael, you inspire everybody every day. Have you noticed that you've been on all of my LinkedIn? You know what I'm saying? I always find a way to take a picture of you because you are the example of positivity, great effort. You're all over the community with Run with a Recruiter, and just like you're a super hard worker. So I'll guarantee you that some people that are there that are watching you, that you're inspired by you. I'm inspired by you, and I'm the one that's actually facilitating the program. You stand out. So you can come, you can enjoy yourself.
One year. I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
So, out of curiosity, you guys have career path into cybersecurity, or what you did into CSIS as a potential future?
Okay, so I'll say this first. Every police officer that comes to the Calgary Police Service, the first 5 years is going to be in patrol, okay? There is no pathway to CSIS. You said CSIS, right? Okay. So, but what you can do is you can join the Calgary Police Service, and then as you get some experience with us, you can essentially apply at that point. I'll tell you just from personal experience, before I got on that job at the Calgary Police Service, and after I finished university, which you do not need, by the way, just grade 12, I applied to CSIS with no experience, and they sent back my paperwork and just said no thank you. However, if you get experience, if you've been on the job for 5 or 10 years, right, and then you apply to CSIS, I would argue that your probability of success would be higher. Does that make sense? Now, cybersecurity. That is, I'm so happy that you mentioned that, because that is another one of our specialty units. So we have a cyber crime team, and there's a whole bunch of amazing investigators that are in there, and I can't even begin to use their terminology, but they're involved in all those investigations. So after you're with us for 5 years, when a position becomes available, then you can apply for any specialty unit. However, I just want to be perfectly honest, the odds on getting a specialty unit like that after 5 years is going to be low. I'd probably say in between that 5 and 9 year mark is probably going to be more accurate, because we have so many members that when a position becomes available, a person like yourself that's young, that's very inspired to go in that direction, like there could be lots of applications for that particular spot. But like I was talking about earlier, resiliency, perseverance is going to pay off. Just like I do apply multiple times, you might get on the job at CPS the first time. It might take you a couple times to get on to cyber.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As do you, I